to make it very clear that, you know, when we do have this conversation, even though we can agree to disagree, at least we do it with a mutual respect.
Of course.
And even Allah commands us in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ankabut, Surah 29, Ayah 46, that do not argue with the people in Scripture except in the best manner. So I have to speak to you in the best manner, right? The condition is that as long as you respect us and we respect you, this is fine, yeah? Good to go?
That's fine.
Fantastic. So in regards to your doctrinal beliefs, you know, in terms of your doctrine, I believe in one God alone who deserves all worship, and he says messengers throughout history calling people to worship God alone, not to associate partners with him, yeah? And we believe in Jesus as one of the mightiest messengers of Allah, that he's the Messiah sent to the children of Israel, calling them to worship God alone and to follow the law, yeah? What Paul did on the other hand, he's telling you, no, you should abolish the Mosaic law, and only through faith in Jesus Christ, then you go to heaven. But when you look at historically, Paul never met Jesus in his whole lifetime, yeah? Can we agree with that, yeah? Historically speaking.
Well, he encountered Christ.
Yes.
He had a vision.
Yeah.
Yes, a supernatural encounter.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that I would say, when Christ was in his physical self,
yes,
he never met with him.
Yes.
But when he had ascended, he had a vision. He had an encounter on the way to Damascus.
Sure. So yeah, on the road to Damascus here, he mentions that in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, one of his letters to the Corinthians, to the church of Corinth. And what's very interesting that if you look at the book of Acts basically talks about the early church history. So what did the apostles, what was their missionary? They went around and they preached Christ, yeah? Now what's very interesting is that none of them appointed Paul as one of the apostles. That's very, very interesting.
Is it okay if I
yeah.
have a rebuttal?
Yeah, sure.
But also don't forget that when Paul was called, after Paul had his encounter, after he had met with, he had gone back to Damascus, and God has actually given him a mission. He went back and met the apostles. They had to authenticate his encounter. So he had to go and meet and met with Peter.
Yeah, I remember this.
And the other. If you look at that's in the book of Galatians. You understand? It says when I was called, he spent about 14 years in Arabia.
That's right. Yeah, Galatians. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before he went back and met with and confirmed.
Yeah.
So yes, I would say. Okay. Oh, I'm being called. All right.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, my
no problem,
goodness.
Nas. Pleasure speaking to you.
I'll be back another time.
Yeah. Another time,
but
yeah?
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure speaking to you, Nas.
You know, from the depth of my heart, I love you guys. You know, at the end of the day, apart from everything, we are human beings.
Yeah. Of course. Yes.
That's the thing that links us together.
Yes.
We say,
you understand?
We say, may Allah guide all of us.
Yes, I mean, may Allah guide all of us to the straight path.
also guide you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Nas. Pleasure speaking to you.
Okay.
Whenever you have time, we're here.
I will,
You can speak. Thank you very much. There you go. Yeah, he had to go. Yeah.